So now I'm going to join these pieces together to make a big mat, okay? And now let me push this forward a little bit so you can have a clear view. I'm going to use pearls to join these pieces together. Let's ignore the first bead. I'm going to pull my line through the next two beads. These two beads, okay? These two beads over here, I'm putting my line through the next two beads. And now I'm adding one bead to my line like this. And I'll be pulling my line into the next two beads on the other piece. This is the second bead that I'm pulling my line through like this. Okay, I'm going to take one bead, cross both ends of my line into it, hold and pull. Now into the next two bead. I'm pulling my right line into the next two bead and my left line into the next two bead on the opposite piece. Okay, take one bead, cross both ends of the line into it, hold and pull like this. Now my right line into the next bead, this one, pull through the next bead, and on the same line I'm adding one bead to the same line. Add pearls to the line, and I'm going to go through, this is my right line, I'm going to go through this bead on the white piece. Okay, I'm going to pull through this bead, the edge bead over here on the white piece like this, and this line I'm going through the next bead. Pull through the next bead, that's the left line. I take one bead, cross both ends of my line into it, pull like this. Okay, now my right line into the next bead, left line into the next two bead, pull through the next two bead, my left line also into the next two bead. I take one pearl, cross both ends of my line and pull. My right into the next two, my left into the next two bead. Pull through the next two bead like this. Take one bead, cross both ends of your line into it and pull. This is how it looks like, and now we are going to join and join. Okay, so now my right line into the next bead, pull through the next bead, and I'm adding one pearl to my line. I'm going to go through the edge bead of this white piece like this. Okay, now I'm walking back into one bead again. Take one bead, cross both ends of my line into it and pull. I'm going to pull through two bead again. Okay, the right line into the next two bead. Now I take one bead, cross both ends of my line and pull into the next two bead. All right, into the next two. On the right side, I take one pearl, cross both ends of my line into it and pull. This is how we join the pieces, and now I'm going to go through the last bead on the edge over here of the white piece. I add one pearl to my line and I'm going through the edge bead on the purple piece. Okay, like this. So now I'm walking back one bead, go through one bead again with the left line, and now take one pearl, cross both ends of your line into it and pull into the next two bead, into the next two bead. Okay, so now I take one pearl again, cross both ends of my line and pull. Now we have two. There is no right or wrong way to put these pieces of puzzles together. Okay, you can start any way you like. You don't have to start the way I start. Just make sure you go through two beads and use one bead to cross both ends and join the pieces together. Okay, now this is how it looks like, and I'm going to continue to join the rest of the pieces. Join these spaces all together. There's no wrong or right way to do this. Okay, you can start anyhow you like, and this is how it looks like when you're done. Very pretty and very beautiful. You see how it looks like? Very, very beautiful. So with the bag, this is the front piece that we make, and now we have to create the back one. Okay, we have to make back and front, and this is the front view I make. This is the front we make, all right, and this is the back one. Okay, this is the back of the bag. I just use different beads to create the flowers, and it looks pretty. Okay, so 1 2 3 in the front, I have 2 in the middle, 1 2, and now I have this wing over here. I join a wing to it so we can fold to hold the top one. So for the back, here is what I have. I have 1, okay, 1 2 3, then the next 1 2 3 4, then again I have 1 2 3 at the bottom, 1 2 3, and then 1 2. Okay, let me turn it this way for you to see. For the last part, I add 2 wings, 2 flowers at the base. It's the same as this. Let me show you with this. Okay, let's look at it this way. 1 2 3. I have the 2 in the middle, then I have wings on the side. Okay, 1, I add 1 more flower to the side over here like this. Then I add 2 more flowers at the base. Okay, at the bottom over here, 2, I add 2 flowers. Okay, and that is how it is. So I add 2 flowers on the side and 2 at the bottom. This is how it is, like this. It's very simple, easy to understand. Okay, what we did first, for the front, we just add 2 flowers to the side like this. Okay, 1 2 3, 1 2, then we add the 2 for the side, and we maintain the 3 at the bottom, and now we add 2 to the bottom. Okay, so one thing about this flower bag, you can use so many different beads to make these different colors of bead, and it will come out beautiful. It will look beautiful. So now this is the front view I'm putting on it. Just align it on it like this. Okay, make sure you put it on it perfect. And now I'm just going to fold these ones at the bottom like this. Fold on it, fold this one on it. Okay, and join. And on the side too, I'm going to join it. 1 2 like this, join. Okay, and now the side, fold the wing on it like this and join. And that is why I put the flower there, to complete the puzzle. Okay, you have to complete the puzzle before the back can come out nice and perfect. So we are going to continue to join the pieces together like this. Fold this side on it, join, come here, fold this one, okay, and join it. Okay, with this bag, there's no right or wrong way of joining the pieces together. Okay, you can do it anyhow you want. So let me go ahead, continue to show you how you can join these pieces together. Now we are going to fold on it like this. I'm going to ignore the first one, go through the next 2 beads. Go through the next 2 beads. Alright, I'm going to use purls join. I add 1 pearl to my line. I'm going to ignore the first one and go through the next 2 beads on the other piece. I take 1 pearl, cross both ends of my line into it like this. Hold the bead and pull down. Now into the next 2 beads. Pulling through the next 2 beads. And over here, 2 beads. Pull through 2 beads. Okay, the left line into the next 2 beads. I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line into it, and pull. Now my right line into the next bead. Pull through the next bead. And on my left, I'm going to go through 3 beads, okay? But I'm pulling through 2 first. This is 1, 2, and this one. This is the 3rd one. Pull through the 3rd one. Take 1 bead, cross both ends of the line into it. Hold the line and pull the bead down. Okay, now into the next 2 beads. My right line into the next 2, my left into the next 2 beads. Okay, on my left side, I pull through the next 2 beads. Okay, now I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line into it like this, and pull down. And I'm going to go through the next 2 beads. And this is how we are going to continue to fold on it until we complete joining the pieces together like this. So continue to weave and come to the end. I will do mine off camera and I'll come back and meet you here. We'll go through 2 beads and add 1 bead, cross both ends of your line into it and pull. And now in the corner, I'm pulling my line through 3 beads and into the edge bead, cross and pull down like this. And this is how it looks like, okay? This is where we are stopping. And over here, you see how I join it together? So now over here, I'm just going to open my line and tie. Okay, tie over here like this. Hold and tie. Nice and neat, and weave the rest of the line into the bead before you trim it off. Very beautiful. Look at how we close the bottom already. It's very simple. So now let me show you how we are going to do the side, okay? And this is how it looks like if you open it. You join the base or the bottom of it like this. And now let's put the pieces together and join it. Let me show you how to join the side, okay? The side of the bar, we're going to fold it. Continue up to here. Now I'm going to ignore the first bead and pull through the second bead. Add 1 pearl to my line. I'm going to go into the next 2 beads like this. I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line into it, hold and pull down. Okay, now into the next 2 beads. The right line into the next 2 beads, left line into the next 2 beads. I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line into it and pull. So now I'm going to fold this wing. I'm going to go into my right line, okay? Right line 1, 2, 3. This 3 bead. Pull through 3 bead in this corner over here. And I'm going to hold the right line into the next bead. I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line into it and pull. So now into the next 2 bead, my left into the next 2 bead. Pull through 2 bead and pull through 2 bead on the right side. I take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line and pull. Again, I'm going to pull my line through 2 bead, okay? Let me pull it here for you to see. We are going to join the pieces together like this to the end. Alright? So when you come to the corner like this, I'm going to pull through 3 bead, okay? The 3 bead in the corner of the top piece like this. Go through 3 bead, take 1 bead, cross both ends of my line and pull. Then I continue into the next 2 bead on the right side, and on the left side go through 2 bead and take 1 bead, cross both ends of the line into it and pull down. Repeat this technique until you complete the side, okay? And here is how it looks like if you complete. This is how the side look like if you complete the side. This is how it looks like. Very pretty. So you have this opening at the bottom over here. I'm going to go ahead and complete the other side. This side, I'm going to complete this side, fold this swing on it, continue to weave to the end, okay? And this is how it looks like. I completed already, and this is how it looks like. Look at how pretty the bag look like already. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So now you see the bottom of this opening, we have to close it. We have to close this opening on both sides of the bag. We have to close it. So come over here and let me show you how to, okay?